One of the most well-liked birds in the US is the northern cardinal. This species' widespread appeal can be attributed in large part to the male's vibrant plumage, confident singing, and doting care for his partner and progeny in suburban and urban settings. An intriguing aspect of male cardinals is the information conveyed by their physical traits to possible mates. One study, for instance, concluded that beak coloration was a reliable indicator of bird health. When a cardinal's beak is bright red, it means the bird is in good health. Excitingly, researchers also discovered that the mask size correlated with the species' ability to reproduce. The lower the reproductive failure, the smaller the black mask. The more vibrant red the male northern cardinal's plumage, the more likely he is to sire a large brood. This could be due to two different factors. The first is that males who are more reddish in color may be able to entice females into breeding earlier in the season. The second argument is that redder males may have greater nestling survival rates because of the higher quality of their territories in terms of the amount of flora. Research into whether or not redder cardinals are more attractive to females has been mixed. There was no preference for either the lighter or deeper red males in a previous study where males were altered to have lighter plumage. For anyone worried about the possibility of a leucistic cardinal, this is encouraging news. Leucism, or leucism as some people call it, is a hereditary disorder characterized by a lack of color pigments. Small white patches or even large ones are telltale signs of a leucistic bird. The cardinal's red feathers might be seen as a sign of power. However, skin tone isn't the only factor. Size, age, and closeness to the breeding territory are further indicators of supremacy. It has been more challenging for scientists to observe color and dominance in the wild. Cardinal dominance was found to be less dependent on the intensity of the bird's red plumage when researchers modified colors to create darker or lighter individuals for testing. Cardinal fathers are doting on their families, but they don't usually help out when it comes to incubating the eggs. Instead of an egg, it will be the mother bird's job to incubate and care for her young. While the female is away for a short time to forage, male cardinals may step in to help with the incubation, according to some research. A bigamous cardinal was observed in Ohio. Interestingly, his plumage didn't have a lot of flashy colors. He was, in essence, a typical man. The time he spent with the second female coincided with his time with the first. While the primary female was incubating their eggs, the male took care of her, but he didn't do much to help the secondary female. Once the eggs had hatched, the fathers had a better time caring for their respective nests. Male cardinals have an extremely boisterous song. However, in urban areas, his calls tend to be louder and faster and to have higher minimum, maximum, and peak frequencies than in rural areas. Differences in habitat cannot well explain the variance in frequency. Alternatively, regional dialects may play a role. One definition of an avian dialect is the striking resemblance between the songs of members of the same species living in close proximity to one another. Therefore, there would be slight acoustic differences between dialects, and presumably, different dialects would be spoken in different regions. The male's loud song serves two main purposes: attracting a mate and protecting his territory. Singing along the boundary of one's land might be seen as a less aggressive kind of territorial defense. Here, he's signaling to his neighbors the boundaries of his domain. His music could tell his neighbors something more about him. The strength of the song may reveal something about his well-being or his familiarity with the area. During the breeding season, the male will sing to attract a mate, court the female, and defend the nest. However, You are more likely to hear the males sing during the pre-nesting period and while nests are being built. Males' attention shifts to protecting their territory as the season approaches. The volume of a cardinal's song varies, particularly in relation to the proximity of the region to other urban sounds like traffic. The sound levels of 42 cardinals and 53 robins were tracked in one study and were found to vary from 39 to roughly 68 dB. The research also revealed that cardinals were more likely than robins to change the details of their songs to suit their surroundings. If you hear a cardinal singing, pay attention to how he moves while singing. Is his partner close by, or is he just arguing with another cardinal? It may be a lot of pleasure to listen to and watch. Again, I'd like to thank everyone who stuck around until the very end of the film. I really appreciate it.